Alright guys, so our part for the ABS module came in. I removed our original battery, well, the brand new battery from this vehicle, recharged it because it's dead. When I got this car from the parking lot, I had to boost it. So the customer is telling the truth that you have to boost the vehicle. So anyway, since we don't have any problem with the module like codes or anything, and we can communicate, we can go to our software management. I'm using the OEM scan tool right now, and we're just gonna back up the variant coding so that we don't have any problems when we put in the new module. So let's just wait a little bit. That's okay. So I'm just doing the backup process for this variant coding. I'm just gonna press backup. Oh, why failed? Let's try again. What? Okay, let me try this one more time. Back up. It's failed. Hmm, that's weird. Why it failed? Anyway, let's not waste our time in there because it says failed. So, let's go to the engine bay and let's see how we're gonna do this. Okay, so, that's our ABS. I guess that's why it's drawing current, but I'm just assuming right now. I have a video on a Sonata, same setup, turbocharge. I think I just have to remove this bracket here for these sensors here. I think we have enough space. I think so, if I'm not mistaken, because the Sonata was a little bit tight. But I'm not gonna do the whole process because that takes so much time. So here's our new ABS module here, right? And that's our part number there. Oops, there we go. So I'm just gonna do this, remove all those lines, and then let's recheck again our current draw. Alright guys, so I remove our ABS module, the old one. The very challenging part on this guy here is, as you can see here, the mounting bolts on the module itself, because the bracket is welded to the frame, so you can't really remove that. So I don't know why they design it like that. So there's two torques there. I'm using a T30 on this one, and there's one at the bottom. So the challenging part is the bottom part on removing it. The rest is the big flare here, or the brake line, that's 14 mm, and the rest of the smaller ones are 11 mm. So yeah, this is the challenging part on this one. Unlike the Sonata, I think it came with the bracket, so we removed the bracket in that one. In this case, they came on only the modules because the bracket is just on the frame, so that's why you have to remove those torques. Yeah, so I'm gonna put our new one and we'll see. Alright guys, so I'm done with that replacement. I bleed already the brakes too, or the brake fluid system. So we're just gonna go here to our scan tool, and we're gonna try to um, program this new module, the ABS. So just gonna go to the ABS module. Since we didn't have the variant coding backup and input didn't work, we're gonna do the auto detected configuration. If you're ready, press reset. Okay, and then what we're gonna do next is the variant coding. So let's go here, ESC variant coding. Press OK. Press OK. And now we need this code. That's the problem. I don't have this code. Is there any variant coding here? Because we didn't have that. This is a problem now. We have this backup and input. We don't have that. Let me try. And that's what I'm gonna do, is remove again that computer, what I did on the Sonata. Let's try input. This function has failed. Okay, so I have to figure out where's this variant coding. 8-digit, it says. Let's try. Let me adjust this G sensor. Okay. And then after that, I know we didn't do the variant coding. It's saying after all the process, do the assembly check. Ignition on. Press OK. Okay. So let's go home. I don't see any warning lights there except the battery light on, which is the ignition on, the oil pressure light, and the check engine light. I guess I don't have to do the variant coding. Let's just do scan for this. Transmission, driver uses the ABS. What else? Front camera. Yeah, there's a front camera. That should be it. So I don't know why when they make this service information that doesn't even say to do where to get that variant coding if we have to do it, and it doesn't even say to do a backup and input or before replacement, right? So sometimes service information, even me working in the OEM side, it's not even complete. So okay, says history there, can't time out. Okay, so let me erase that. Okay, let's go home and let's start this vehicle. Okay, wait, let me remove my charger there. Okay, so let's start this vehicle. That's good. Double check if there's no warning lights there. I don't know if I need to bleed this one more or maybe just drive it, because it's like, I don't know. I have to drive it and see. But anyway, our concern was the parasitic draw. So let's do that test now, and for sure, or hopefully that everything is fixed. Same thing, we're just gonna remove our hood switch to lock the vehicle. Now I'm gonna remove our negative cable, and we're gonna put our multimeter here. So let's hook up that one there first, and then okay. So you guys are not seeing that. You're not seeing the numbers. Okay. Okay, that's much better. So now I'm gonna lock this. So I think it's because the way my leads are, that's why it's negative there, but don't worry about that. So I'm gonna start this, then just lock that, and let's wait. Oh, 17 minutes passed already. I'm still drawing that much, 100 milliamp. Now that ABS module, the circuit is hot at all times, the big fuses, and we have an ABS 3. Oh man, ABS 3. Okay, that's 15, 10 amp. So I have 0 volts there in my small fuse. Neutral. It's the other end. Something is going on in this fuse box. So it's too much draw. 18 minutes is still drawing, almost an amp. That's not good. Yeah, so let me remove that connector there. Oh no, where? Maybe a module. I'm down to 600. Let's see if it will go down. Okay, 200 milliamps. Okay, so it dropped to normal current draw. Okay, so thing is still not fixed. Let me stop this guy. That's not good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to remove this guy here and just inspect there and see what we have, because it's still drawing too much current there, which is not good. Yeah. Okay, so let me remove this stuff and let's inspect this underneath this fuse box. Okay, so I inspect our fuse box there. There's nothing. Let's wait again on this guy here. So I put everything back together there because I don't see anything there unusual. The other thing on this one is we're gonna use an amp clamp on which power, because I know the 2 wires are hot at all times. And why is it hot at all times? That's the other question. And we know when we unplug that module, everything is good, right? Because when we try to remove the fuse power for that instrument cluster, it's still drawing too much current, right? So it sucks that it's still not fixed after all those trouble replacing the module. I thought that it's the module problem, but I guess it's not. So yeah. Okay guys, so update. I'm still puzzled on what's going on with this car. So now we're thinking that it's between the communication line. As you can see here, we got two communication line coming out from the ESC module, the ABS, the PCAN and the CCAN, and that's going to our instrument cluster. So just for the heck of it, even though we removed the module 9 in here and there should be no power, I still remove the connector itself on our instrument cluster and plug in our ABS module and still have 300 milliamp, right? So I was thinking that it could be our network that's waking up. So I started in here. If you can see, that's the CCAN. Here's our ESC module or ABS with the smart cruise control, license plate, and the blind spot and junction box. I didn't went through because that's still, you have a lot of stuff to remove, so I went to the easiest part. I went here. So we got the airbag, surround view, and I think that's it. Head-up display and instrument cluster. So we removed this whole connector in the instrument cluster. The current are still there. So we went now to the PCAN. So that's the powertrain control. We got airbag, IBU or the BCM, AC control module. So that's all hidden, so I don't want to touch that yet. And now we have here with 4-wheel drive, fuel pump, passenger occupant detection, PCM, airbag module, oh no, not airbag, ABS module, and vacuum pump and oil pump. So I click that and that's accessible, just the top of the engine, so that's okay. I removed that. We still have the draw. Next, I want to all control valve or all pump. I removed that big connector, still have a draw. So because that's the end of line of the power can, PCAN. So I backtrack here because we know if we remove the ESC module connector, everything is okay. So what I did is I went here, EF21, that's gonna be on the passenger side. I removed that connector and we got our draw now at normal draw. So now we have to think on which of these modules is trying to wake up the whole network or trying to see. So we have the on this side here, if we still have a draw, I'm thinking that it's gonna be on this side here. So we're trying to divide the diagram, right? But since we remove on this one EF21, whatever is in here, I think that's what trying to wake up that signal. I'm still not sure, so I'm gonna try to plug that in EF21, the big connector, and I'm gonna try to unplug this passenger occupant. So just underneath the seat, I hope it's accessible, and then let's see, so that if everything is okay, at least I can maybe focus here. That's the PCM. So we have only the PCM and the airbag the ABS module. So let's see. So I went here, I just unplugged this guy here before I plug that back in. Just want to make sure that everything is okay there. Connector. Okay, I'm just gonna plug that back in. So our draw should go up again because we already connected that. Now we're gonna go here I hope I can access that guy, because right now I didn't prepare this vehicle to do some testing like this. So our occupant, I think this guy here, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm gonna remove this guy. What color is this? Green and yellow. Okay, so I removed that guy. Yeah, I think that's the guy there, because this guy is going down. That's connected to where. Okay, so I'm gonna check the wiring diagram. I unplugged the wrong connector, so put this guy back. It's the other one. Oops. Okay. Let's remove. So now we still have that 300 milliamp draw right now. So let's wait a little bit. If it drops, please, maybe 5 minutes. Okay, so still drawing almost 400 milliamps. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove our computer, because that's the next in line. This is the EC11 for the CAN network. I'm just gonna remove that and see if it will improve. Because right now I think something is trying to make that signal wake up. So, and then let's just wait maybe 5-10 minutes on this one and see. Hey guys, so we're back on this Santa Fe with the Parasitic draw. I'm still puzzled on what's going on with this vehicle, but anyway, the testing that I did off camera was, I'm just gonna go here to our data links here. Next, so in here what I did was remove this EF21, right? There's a joint connector on the right side front kick panel. I removed this guy here as you follow my mouse, and our draw was gone. So I was thinking that it's related to our CAN network, because we didn't remove the ABS module connector. So I did one by one, removing the connectors, which is more accessible. Electric oil pump, I removed the other connector on the left front fender, or not, like underneath the battery area. The vacuum pump, because we know we got some problems with that from the previous models, but it didn't help. I removed the PCM connector, the other connector, it didn't help. So I just went further just to make sure. I remove our MF21, that's for our components. Oops, let's go back there. Let's go back. So that's component for 4-wheel drive. So this is a 4-wheel drive. Fuel pump control module, I removed that. Passenger OCS, I removed that. And still the draw is still there. So, but on my understanding on this, since we removed EF21, for sure our draw, because we divided it in half, it's on this side. So it's either we got a connection issue in our pecan. So what I'm gonna do the next test, because the EF21 doesn't show any pinouts, right? The only thing I can verify all the stuff is we got pin 1 green, but we don't have AC inverter, so that's X already. We got power tailgate, canister close valve, and 2423 pecan. I did a power tailgate. I removed the whole module for a power tailgate, didn't help. we get canister closed valve. I didn't do that yet, but if I'm thinking that we have a beacon or communication line, I'm thinking that we're gonna do back probe this, monitor our voltages here, the current, and if it coincides with the current draw. So I'm gonna set up my stuff and then let's see. Okay guys, we're back with the Santa Fe. So as you can see, when we end up on here on our floor console or the button on the shifter control area. So what I found out earlier was, because I was thinking that it could be the CAN lines that's waking up other modules. So I did on that side there, there's my easiest access for my PCAN or powertrain CAN lines. I monitored that and I saw that our communication went off, right? And then my current draw is still there. So I was thinking that it's not a communication error, even though we don't have codes or communication waking up. So even though I know that already, I just went to our engine control area, all those communication line, all the joint connector, I just removed it to make sure, because every time I remove that whole connector there, our current draw drops, right? So I was thinking that something is contributing to the module, to our ABS module waking up, because I tried pin by pin itself from the female connector going to the ABS module pin by pin. There's no draw. I don't see anything there that creates a current draw from that pin, even though on this side too I do pin by pin from female to male. It didn't do anything. So I just went to the wiring diagram again and double check. So I just see some on here, there's some shiny part on our switch, right? On switchboard. I'm thinking that it could be some maybe drop of water in here, right? So anyway, it didn't capture any, what do you call that, on our thermal imager, because as you can see there that this is all plastic, so maybe it can't see, it's not too hot enough. So we're gonna redo again, and so all my arm clamp is all off. Select. Yeah, I bought another arm clamp again just to have a good, jaw here. So we still have 900 milliamps of draw. I just use my other arm clamp so that I can see it in the computer on our scope, and it's still drawing that amp. So I did my timer here. Let me just reset, start. As you can see there, it's still drawing. It's too far. Let's go there. So my blue and red, that's our pecan, right? It's totally off. It's sleeping right now. This is our current draw on green. So what we're gonna do is, I spent too much time already on this one. Let me stop this guy, reset. I'm gonna unplug this guy here. Wait, come on, man. It's tight, man. Wow. Okay, let's remove. Let me start this guy. Let's see how long will it take for the car to shut off. For the current to go down. So in the meanwhile, while waiting, I can still see my current road there. I'm gonna try to just wipe this out. So I think it's water there. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Because it looks like it's sticky. Yeah, I think something dropped in here. I don't know what. I'm just breaking off that connection, whatever is the fluid there. I can see all fluids here, man. Okay, so it starts dropping now after 1 minute, almost 2 minutes. Clamp still drawing 200 milliamps, so let's just wait. Okay, so it dropped now, as you can see there before we go. It's 30 milliamps, which is good. So now what we're gonna do is, that's at least 3 minutes there, right? So let me stop this. So let me just double check this circuit board if there's still water or residue. Okay, looks like everything is clean now. I don't see anything. It's touching each circuits. Okay, let's try this. So once I plug this in, that blue, and I know you guys can see it, it should go up. Oh, it's not doing anything. Okay. Let me unlock this car and try again. Because right now, I removed that, what do you call that? That water in the circuit. Yeah. Okay, so there was a wake up there. So now, I'm gonna lock this. And then push start there. Up, stop, reset, start. Let's see how long will it take. It's 20 minutes past, still didn't drop. So I got from a used car. Let's try this. Okay, so I just swapped what do you call that? Oh man, I moved the switch and it went up. So anyway, I swapped it after 3 minutes. Let me just stop this, reset, start again, and it dropped very fast. right? So now I confirm that we have a switch problem or this console problem. Um, so I'm just gonna show you guys again later. Let's just plug in. I guess this one, when I was trying to clean it, it didn't help. I see some marks here on this guys here, on this white mark here. I don't know, that's normal, it's like burn mark. So it didn't help taking out all those wetness on this circuit board. So I guess I need a new one, floor console, for this in order to fix this current draw. But for the meantime, let's wait and I'll show you what's our current draw right now on our battery. Okay, so 3 minutes pass. I think we're in the right spot now on the current draw. What do we have here? Oh, still 200. Okay, let's wait for a little bit, few more seconds. Almost 4 minutes there. I think this is the right numbers now. Okay, so 25 milliamps. Yeah, you guys can see that 0.025 amps. We're gonna go to our scope capture. Oh man, this, let me just stop this. This car is very interesting in my opinion. So earlier, when I was about to show you guys, as you can see here on my mouse, let me just zoom in a little bit. I'm measuring here around 70 milliamps. So I was about to show you guys here that with the plug-in used console assembly, that it was the right current draw now, normal current draw, and I accidentally pressed the button on our parking switch. As you can see here, that's why I'm thinking that there's something going on in our pecan, because this blue and red, these are pecan communication lines. So how it's connected, even though I accidentally touched the switch, it registered right away on the CAN network. So that's why on my diagnosis I was thinking that something is waking up the module to do the current draw. So anyway, we have to move, and then I try to let it sleep again. And this time here, this part here, it dropped from this guy. So that's 200 milliamps to around 47 milliamps. So that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna call a new console on this one. I know we replaced the module on this, on the ABS. Alright guys, so I did recheck again our parasitic draw after I put that good non-use. So everything is normal now, which is very very good because I've been wondering of myself already on what else can cause the drawing of that current, right? But after we put that, our first diagnosis, that we knew that it was the ABS module that's drawing the current, and we unplug it, which is a normal thing to do, unplug, and the current draw drops to normal. And yeah, of course we called the new ABS module, but after we replace, it's the same thing. So I had to think different way on why that module keep drawing. So it's either something is waking up that module, right? So that's why we check the CAN lines, the pecan, because on that joint connector and the passenger front door kick panel, sorry, it was the pecan that is in there. So when we remove it, it was good. So that's why I was focusing on the communication line. But what happened there is I missed that wiring diagram for console here that there's also a connection for EF21 in there. So yeah, now after that I had to think what can make the ABS module think that there's something is on, because we know that the ABS module is drawing the current. So I have to think something else. What's the input going to the module, to the ABS module? So that's why I will start unplugging like steering angle sensor. It didn't help. Before I unplug all the wheel speed sensor, even though the car is not moving, or the electric parking brake, I went to the easiest part here, which is the shifter, because it's just a clips here. So I remove it, and then when I unplug it, yeah, that's what we found, that it was this console here that's drawing the current. Even though when we use our thermal camera, maybe my thermal camera is not that good, it didn't show the heat register right in here. So anyway, and then when I opened up that circuit board in here, I just saw some water in there. So I'm just assuming that there's some water spilled on that console, could cause a short circuit there, even though all the buttons and everything was working normally. So I hope you guys enjoy that diagnostic, even though yeah, we put the new ABS module, it didn't work, but you can't really help with that, because you know that's the start. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video, and see you next time. Thank you for watching.